G'day guys and welcome to our tips for round 16 of the AFL season. We've got Shorty on the line here, mate. How you going today, pal?
Good, mate. Not in the car today, so there's a change of scenery.
That's what we like, mate. Stability, you're in one spot, it's fantastic, and it'll certainly help for a bit of clarity and general hearing, so should be good.
Absolutely.
Excited for it?
Get stuck into it, son.
Yep. All right, cool. So, Thursday night, tomorrow night, mate, I'm excited about this one. We've got Port Adelaide at Adelaide Oval facing the Hawks, who aren't playing great footy, and Port Adelaide are playing okay footy as well. How do we see this going?
You can't tip against the Hawks, mate, I don't think. I mean, Port Adelaide at home, they're never easy, and Hawthorn have been tested so many times, despite being on top of the ladder. They've had a lot of close ones, but I'm going to tip Hawthorn by 16 points. I reckon it'll be one of those games where it's close for a while, but the Hawks prevail late. What do you reckon?
Sure, mate. Good thoughts. I'm going to go Port Adelaide.
Really? Wow, interesting.
Yeah, it was a bit of an upset, mate, more so than anything. As we've sort of said and discussed, they haven't been playing great footy lately, Hawthorn. And looking here, Port have won the last couple, home and away. The Hoodoo, mate. 2 games and they're unbeatable. They obviously just went down to the Hawks in the prelim final, which they had more chances, and they won the game before that as well. So I reckon they get themselves up for the Hawks, and I reckon you can never really tip for when Hawthorn are going to lose. So I think if there's a game they may lose, this will be one.
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I hope you're right.
Yeah, me too, because we need them to lose. Speaking of needing to lose, Geelong and Sydney at Simmons Stadium, which we'll be able to make, mate, and it's going to be an exciting game and can't wait for it.
Yeah, I'm absolutely pumped for this one, actually. It'll be really good under the lights at Geelong. It'll be fantastic, mate. I've been looking forward to this one for a while, and I think we'll get up to, if there's one thing that we haven't questioned throughout the year, it's our ability to be the best sides, and Sydney are one of them. And being at our fortress as well. I don't by any means think it'll be easy, but I think we will have a win. I'll tip us by 20 points, just a nice sort of buffer there. But I'm sure it'll have its challenges. We're a bit concerned throughout the game at certain times, but we should have a win. What do you reckon? Good
stuff, mate. Yeah, I've gone with the Cats on this occasion. I tipped them to beat the Swannies last year when we weren't going well. And, very hard to come down the highway, as you often say, mate, to beat us down there. We're very hard to beat. And I think Sydney maybe just a bit one-dimensional up forward, albeit we're not great after buys as well. And Sydney have had another disappointing game they should have won, so that leads me to think it'll be very, very close. And, they should be a lot further ahead on the ladder where they are now. But I think we'll get the job done. I'm going to say Geelong by 10 points, and with the last game, I'd go to Port Adelaide by 2 points. Forgot to put a margin there.
Oh, yeah, true. Good point, mate. Good.
Sneaking home at home. And the next one we've got is GWS and Collingwood at Spotless Stadium. This will be tough for the Pies, mate.
Quickly becoming one of the toughest trips in the AFL, isn't it, going to play the Giants? But
bloody hard.
Too hard for Collingwood, no doubt, I think. I think the Giants could get home fairly comfortably here. I'll tip them by 53 points. They're just a well-oiled machine at the moment. I think they're travelling fairly nicely, and Collingwood doesn't mean as much to them now. I think it'll be a bit of a tough ask for them.
Good stuff, mate. I've gone with the Giants by 48 points. Yeah, it's probably the toughest trip because they've thrashed the best teams there, and they've beaten us in the state there as well. Incredible tough task. They just play so much better at home. Their running, spread and carry is just fantastic, and Collingwood's form of play hasn't been great. They were less than convincing in a very ordinary display last Saturday night as well.
Yeah, absolutely were.
Nicely done. Gold Coast and Brisbane Lions at Metricon Stadium. The Q Clash 2. Well, this year, too.
Well, Tom Rockcliffe said there'll be a few fireworks, so I hope he's right because there won't be too much else to really watch. It's not going to be a great game. 2 sides that, we all know where they're going to finish, and it's not too high up the ladder, and basically they're trying to pump up the rivalry, and look, hopefully they do. get a little bit nasty with each other, all within, the rules somewhat, but I think the rivalry is starting to grow with a few little off and on-field niggles, so yeah, I'm going to tip the Gold Coast though to get home relatively comfortably. I think they're starting to get a few of their players back now and starting to look a bit more of the size that we thought they could probably be in early in the season. I'll tip them by 29 points.
Alrighty, I've gone the Gold Coast by 35 points. They're getting some of their top-end talent back and just general continuity with their players. And Brisbane have been struggling for a long time, but in saying that, it's probably a game they could win as well. I think they won it early this year, which is their only win, so you never quite know. I think that one was at the Gabba, which probably helps them there. I just see the Suns being a bit too strong and Brisbane just more turmoil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moving on to the Western Bulldogs and Richmond Tigers at Etihad Stadium. Saturday night clash. The Dogs, the sequel was better than the original, and as Hutto said 10 years ago, and Richmond are really, really struggling at the moment. They're not quite sure where they're at. Well, they will soon.
Absolutely, mate. Just continue to disappoint, don't they, the Tigers? They're one of the biggest teasers in the AFL, and they've done it once again this year. I think they lost last week to Port Adelaide, rules out any hope of anything good coming from this season, really, for at least a ladder perspective. And, the Dogs continue to defy people who say they're not good enough for no real reason. A lot of people just seem to look at them as a young side and too flashy and that, but their defence and contested balls as good as anyone. I think they're right up there, so Dogs easily for me, especially if Etihad. I'll tip them by 44 points.
Good stuff. I've gone with the Dogs by 40 points. Their running carry is just exciting, and their ability to win the ball inside the contest is, I think it's basically second to none, going by all the stats I'm looking at and seeing and things.
Yeah.
Richmond's form hasn't been great. They had a good little run against the Dogs when they were going really well over the last few years and when the Dogs were struggling. But and the Dogs had them a long time before that. So, yeah, they should be getting the job done, I think. Just too good all around the ground and much more consistent.
Yeah, fair call.
Moving on to Melbourne and Fremantle at TIO Stadium. Gee, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a strange one, this, isn't it? You naturally go Melbourne, but then again, it's the sort of game that they probably lose, at least historically, and if my memory serves me correct, they don't really like this ground too much, despite they sell games to it.
I don't think they've won there, mate. I don't think they've won there.
Yeah. I think I'll go to the D's, mate. Obviously, we haven't had too much of a look at the fixture, so just doing it somewhat live, but I'll go to the D's by 8 points, I think. Just the Dockers haven't been super bad, and they're starting to build a little bit, but the D's for me.
Nicely done, mate. Yeah, I'm still, not quite sure who I'll go here. Maybe I'll just go the Dockers as a bit of an upset here. I think the Dockers will win by a point. I've got no real reason to tip them, other than I think, Melbourne's really bad record at TIO Stadium, but I'm still thinking Melbourne's got more scoring capabilities. I'll just chuck in an upset in there, mate.
Yeah, fair enough.
Even though I think the D's will win. Well, we'll move on to Carlton Adelaide at the MCG. Gee, 2 MCG trips for the Crows. They did nicely against the D's last week. They got the job done by 5 goals, and the Blues were just a bit short. Silvani was the story of the night, and Crows, I think, have won about 5 in a row.
Yeah. Well, the Blues have really dropped off, haven't they? I mean, when they were up and about beating us and things like that, they were looking good, one of the best stories of the year, but they've sort of tailed off a little bit, and I think that'll be the case, and almost in contrast to that, the Crows have gone from strength to strength, where, a lot of people, and, myself included, maybe thought they'd drop off a little bit, if anything, other than, some perhaps mental exhaustion after what was an intense year last year, no Dangerfield, but they're on fire. I can't see him losing this one. I'll go the Crows by 29 points.
Good stuff. I've gone with Adelaide by 33 points. Yeah, they've been a really good side, probably one of the feel-good stories of the year. I love the way they attack the game, and they're one of the best teams off rebounds. number one scoring team, I think, off rebounds. I was looking at Talking Footy today. So, yeah, they've just got such a good even spread and balance throughout their side. They're great defence, forward line's amazing, and the midfield's just really, really even. So there's no real absolute superstars in the midfield. Maybe you could argue Sloan if you want, but yeah, they should get the job done here. They're a very good side. And moving on to West Coast and North Melbourne at Domain Stadium. North could be facing losing 5 of their last 6, or at least 4 of the last 5. And it's not looking great in two sides who probably aren't in their best form.
Yeah, absolutely. They're sort of the two sides of the top 8 that sort of gone off everyone's radar. Everyone sort of says the top 6 for the flag, and these two, of course, round out the 8. And I guess whoever wins this one will probably answer that slightly. More so if North win. I think West Coast will be expected to win at home. And if they do win, it'll be good because they've been a reasonable side. But again, they need to do it away from home to really earn some genuine respect. But I do think they'll have a win here. I expect to be relatively close. I'll tip the Eagles by 17 points. But yeah, big game for both clubs.
Nice, mate. I'm going to tip the Eagles on this occasion by 8 points. I think it'll be very close. North hasn't been bad lately, by any means. They've been very competitive and pretty good. They've been a bit stung by injury, which isn't a great excuse to use, but it's a reason. As we say, the Eagles, yeah, you expect them to win at home, I suppose. They generally get the job done. They don't lose too many at home. North got them in 2014, but other than that, yeah, and they started off really well in the final last year, the prelim final. But yeah, I think they'll just be a bit too good, West Coast, even though I'm not totally convinced about their win against Essendon. They got off to a really good start then. So yeah, it'll be very close, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Got the last game here, Essendon and St Kilda at Etihad Stadium. The Bombers put up a really good half against the Eagles, as was probably expected, maybe a quarter or a half. And the Saints, well, when they disappointing against the Gold Coast Suns at Metricon Stadium. They're a tease as well, mate, but they're good at home.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a big tease. And look, maybe if this was at the G, you might even think about the Bombers. That might be disrespectful to the Saints, but they're up and down like crazy. I think if they're up here, they will smash Essendon. But if they're off, like they were last week, anything's possible here, and that's the sort of club that they are at the moment. But I think being at Etihad Stadium and the fact that list to list, they've just got far more talent, like raw talent than the Bombers right now. I think you've got to go to the Saints, but I'll tip them by, sort of 26 points, just sort of that 3 to 4 to 5 goal mark, anywhere there. But at the moment, they give us nothing to believe that they are anything but inconsistent. So, yeah.
Yeah, he's spot on there, mate. Up and down like a roller coaster. I'm gonna go with the Saints by 22 points. Yeah, I expect them to win. Come back after a pretty disappointing performance against the Gold Coast Suns, and look, I think the Bombers will put up a really good fight. And as you said, if they're a bit off the Saints, I think the Bombers are a sneaky chance at Etihad. But the Saints seem to play their best footy there, and I reckon they've just got the better spread as pretty much any team in the comp does.
Yeah, nice.
Sweet. All right, that's...
Oh, we're done, aren't we, mate? We're done. Sorry,
Yep.
mate, I was drifting off over here in freezing Ballarat, but there's 9 games, all done. Nice.
Were you about to just not off for a bit, mate? Just go for a bit of a sleep, were you?
Oh, it's pretty cold over here, mate. Just get rugged up and have a snooze.
Oh, boy. As long as you're not doing that behind the wheel, mate, we're good. Okay. All right, those are our tips for round 16 of the AFL season, going along very nicely. Feel free to do your tips as well. Chuck them in the comments. That'd be fantastic. Don't forget to like the video, share it around, all that good stuff, and subscribe for more tips, Geelong reviews, and sometimes I do Q&A. Don't have too much time lately.
Oh, boy.
It's all muchly appreciated. Thanks for listening to the tips, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.